What's this? What's happening? What's going on? Welcome to The Morning After. Hi, everybody. I'm coming to you from Philadelphia today, where home of my alma mater, UArts, that is celebrating 140 years. I was like, oh, it's been around that
over
long.
30.
Thank you. And I'm Alex Ringler. Let's go around, tell us who you are, where you're calling in from, and I don't know. What's your favorite song from a musical? There we go. Russ, go ahead.
You're going to shock me with a song from a musical. Hi, I'm Russ White. I'm the co-publisher of Q Life Media. And my favorite song from a musical has to be Defying Gravity.
Defying Gravity? Oh, you basic bitch. Michael Barbieri.
Hi, I'm Michael Barbieri. I'm the dining and entertainment writer for Q Life Media. And I'm calling in from New York. And wow, favorite song from a musical? Hard to say. Since we have the reference to Hedwig, I'll say today, Wig in a Box.
Wig in a Box is a good choice. Speaking of a wig in a box, Mark Mama Finley.
Hello. And this is Rufus. And I have a bunny boy with me today. I'm calling in from Seattle, Washington.
Woo!
I'm doing a murder mystery tonight. One of those home murder mysteries.
I love those.
Yeah.
They're giving me a horrible name.
Oh, what's your name?
Tara Hyman.
Wow.
Tara Hyman.
With my sister Ripa.
Not Rip. Oh, wow. They're going in, aren't they?
Yeah,
okay.
But they're paying me. So who cares?
Can I be your cousin? What's up?
You call me whatever you want for $500. Robin. Hi.
Hello, Robin is calling in from Oklahoma City, and I'm the editor of the Gaily. And contrary to popular belief, my favorite song is not Oklahoma from the film. From Oklahoma.
Thank goodness.
Mine is from Rent. It is the day. I don't remember the name. It's
No, David.
How You Measure Life. Yeah.
Seasons of
Love.
Thank you very much.
Of course.
I forgot to say my favorite one, but you all know it anyway. Glitter and Be Gay.
That's a good one. That's a very good one. And back and better than ever, Christopher.
Hi, I'm Christopher Anthony Henry. I'm an actor and singer from New York City, and I'm also the social ambassador for Q Life Media in New York. And this is Riley.
Oh, I forgot to introduce my doggy.
Yeah, and my favorite song from a musical is Breathe from In the Heights. That's
Very nice.
Good one. And the grace to my will, Nigel Phelps. Hey, girl.
Hi, I'm Nigel Phelps. I am in Milford, Connecticut, and I love so many musicals, especially now that Alex is doing West Side Story. It's like every song, but because I was reminded of Rent, I will say Tick, Tick, Boom, pretty much any song in Tick, Tick, Boom. I love that one.
I love that
I haven't
musical.
said that one in a minute. Okay, so another great episode this week. I mean, I couldn't, who's surprised at that? I think they're just going to get better and better. But we got a lot of throwbacks. We got a Leo back, and my favorite guest star this week was Sheila. I was glad to see her back.
Loved that.
Sheila, that nurse. Oh my gosh! When she was there, I was like, "Yay! They brought Sheila back."
As a former nurse, I hated and loved her attitude at the same time. Oh yeah, it's cancer. I mean, it might be cancer.
There's
Perfect.
like chance that you might have cancer. But she was always that character. Even like who was she paired with? Jack Black as a doctor one time, and they were just
That's Laura Keitlinger, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it is Laura.
She's had a lot of work done.
Brilliant.
She looks amazing, by the way.
Yeah.
Well, we all do what we have.
She's been freshened.
Yes.
Do you get to keep what they cut off?
Oh.
Okay, and also, my, so Cold Open, they mentioned the Platinum Star Gay. I thought I was the first person to coin that term, personally.
That's been around for a long time.
I remember doing that. I remember you doing that.
But I probably didn't coin it, but I was like the first one of my social group to say it.
Yeah.
Because I am a Star Gay. So I was like, Mark, what was one of your favorite parts of the episode, please?
I love Karen's moment.
It's a good one.
Karen's moment with Tasha. I thought that was wonderful. I really did. It was
Well, because
like-
the episode was called Emergency Contact, and obviously we have the A storyline of Leo coming back and that sort of thing. But in a way, Karen was that girl's emergency contact because she didn't have anywhere else to go. So that was kind of a nice B storyline.
Yeah, that was really great. And also it's true to her character. Very true to her character.
Absolutely. She was always Grace's kind of supportive friend, but kind of occasionally a motherly figure to Grace as well.
Like last week when they were in the water. And she goes, but you're not tense anymore, are you?
Right.
Exactly.
So
She takes care of peeps. And like she said, you're not that mean at all. And it's mind your business.
And I think that's what was great and in this episode and the last episode compared to the first, because I was one of those people who didn't really care for the first episode because I didn't feel like the same part of the series was there. And one of my problems also was that in that first episode, I felt like they just had Karen there as kind of a Karen robot, just tossing off certain Karen lines. But where was the vulnerability that we had with Karen, as well as the snarkiness? Where was the heart? They were just having her almost in a stupor. And what I loved about this episode was we saw more of Karen as we saw her in the middle seasons from the last show, really kind of showing that she does care and showing that she does have a soft spot. And that
in a way that kind of echoes the way the series was originally, because she kind of started as this kind of side character, comic relief, her and Jack. And then as the series went on, they brought in more and more heart to all of the characters, which I thought was a brilliant move on behalf of the first part of the show, or the first set of the show, first series, should we say?
I think that was just the evolution of the chemistry of Sean and Megan.
True.
Yeah.
And a testament to the writers too. That they were let's invest more in these people. So Robin?
I thought it was more mesh of the four together, not just the two of them coming in. I think they all four mesh really well.
Yeah.
But
if anything, I'm feeling a little Will is kind of holding back right now. I feel like his character
he
is
hasn't really had any. Well, I mean, last week he had the date
because he hadn't been late in 30 years.
Pardon?
But it's not even that. I feel like he's not he's showing I'm staunch and strong, but he's not necessarily showing any heart yet. So I feel like there's going to be a storyline where they kind of bring that out of him, because I think we've already heard that Vince is going to come back and make an appearance, just like Leo did this.
Right, and I think that's the thing. I think the past two episodes were a little bit Grace centered. Well, last week was the both of them, because last week we had the Ben Platt storyline, but I think this week they really wanted to be Grace centered because they wanted to deal with Leo, and I think they wanted to deal with that first because Harry Connick Jr. was such an iconic character and was on the series longer than Vince was. So in that first episode, we didn't deal with. That was one of my frustrations. We didn't deal with, okay, what happened? I know it was all a dream, but what happened? So they had to get this out of the way and focus on that. And clearly, they mentioned Vince. Finally, we're finally going to get Vince, I think, probably in the next couple episodes.
Yeah, Bobby Cannavale already said he was coming back. What were you saying, Robin?
Well, I liked how they brought Leo back, but they also worked in Breast Cancer Awareness Month information at the same time with that.
True.
Absolutely. And what did we think of Leo? I always like seeing him up there. I thought Harry Connick Jr. always made a fun addition to the show. Michael Barbieri.
I always hated Leo, and I didn't understand why everyone didn't hate him as much as I did. I don't mean in the beginning. When he cheated, and then at Karen's wedding, he's like, "You're still gonna help me, right, Will?" I was like, "You're lucky Will didn't punch you out." Okay,
I never cared much for Leo.
No, you didn't either. So Nigel and Michael Barbieri, you guys are soulmates with your Leo hatred.
I liked the idea of him, and Harry Connick Jr. is great. But early on, I was like, "Oh, you don't actually really fit." Okay, we'll see how long this plays out.
It was a little odd how that ended on the episode.
Yeah, with the kiss and everything. I like the line. It's like we've always said that, and that ain't nothing. I kind of wish it was followed up with, but that's not everything. What was that?
Doesn't that negate What? We just have sex?
Right, right.
Or, no, they're saying like that we always had that kind of chemistry like there, but it like that's what she said. It ain't nothing, but it's not everything. So
And what that made me think of, that not just that between Grace and Leo, but also between Karen and Tasha, it made me think of, you mean all this time we could have been friends?
Yes.
a little bit.
The one thing that I'm still confused on is how far back in the retcon are we going? Like, obviously the kids didn't happen, but they did mention that they had a second go with their marriage.
Which didn't happen until Grace was pregnant. So
Right, so I'm like, what happened and what didn't happen? What happened? What happened and what didn't happen?
Well, I feel like we're gonna have to take them like as we're gonna have to take a lot as read and a lot of suspension of disbelief about like how the last series like wrapped up and how this one's began.
Yeah, they've basically just chucked that.
They've chucked the kids, basically. Like, it's like they've kind of cut like a neat line around like the kids where they are and kind of kept everything else, which is cool, but I'm still trying to kind of follow what do I remember from the season? What's continuity and what's not going to be continuity, basically.
I feel like that will be like kind of an issue when they have people who are so familiar with the first series, I'd say, and like who were married to it and liked how it ended, and then now we're going back and it's like it's good, but what's happening, sort of.
Yeah.
What's your take on that, Russ?
Don't pass on me right now.
He's dealing with something else. He's always like writing 5 hours ago, the editing. Anyway, okay. So we wrapped it up. They're obviously not going to be getting back together, which is good. And we're going to see Vince again soon, I hope, because I think Bobby Cannavale is sexy.
Love Bobby Cannavale.
Well, what that made me think of was Vincent and I started having a conversation at the end of the night, at the end of the show, about who's going to be coming back from the first series. So you've got Leo now, and then
Sheila.
Bobby Cannavale, Beverly Leslie, hopefully.
Oh, yes.
I would love the ditzy blonde nurse. This is hard. I would love her to come back.
She's great.
Did you ever see the outtakes from that?
Oh, it's the funniest outtakes ever.
Jennifer Elise Cox, I think is her name. Yeah, she played Jan in the Brady Bunch movie.
Yep.
But she also, like, if you watch that, she actually, Deborah Messing couldn't get through a take of that.
Right.
They actually had, and if you watch how they edited it, it's like they just have her, and then it's like a cutaway of like they didn't get an actual reaction from Grace in that scene. They had to
And she
kind
just
of
couldn't hold it together.
Okay, cut. Let's remove Jennifer Lee Scott from the room, and let's go with the over the shoulder. It was, but it was so funny. I might have to rewatch that one today.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm going to have to watch that one for the first time.
It's so good.
I don't remember it either, Mark.
That's when Stan was in the hospital.
Yeah, it's when Stan was in the hospital with acute angina, so that was funny. And then they all want to see who's gonna like make Karen open up and cry. And so, but Karen knows about the bet, so she tries to make them do a bunch of different things and ruin their lives for a minute. It's pretty funny. Yeah. Okay. Well, great. I think this was a good third episode. I can't wait to see what happens next. I really do hope Beverly Leslie comes back.
Yeah.
I think he's supposed to.
I hadn't heard anything. I heard about Bobby. Yeah.
How wonderful was that little kid singing Ben?
I was just going to say,
right.
Teaching these kids.
There was no applause from the audience. Maybe they had to shoot it without an audience to get him to do it. I don't know. But
Also, it was
really, really pretty.
It did sound dubbed though. Like not that he didn't sing it, but like he sang it live and then they got a recording of it and they dubbed it over later. I think
that was for sure.
The famous love song "To a Rat."
To a rat. I saw that.
Melania to Donald.
Well, okay. Anybody?
Kids more. That would be kind of a nice little thing for a while for Jack to do this. You know.
I was thinking that
I'm hoping it does stay. I think it would be an interesting thing for Jack to do.
Speaking of which, will we get
Because he
Elliot back? Is Elliot going to come back at all? That'd be really cool if we saw Elliot
How
again.
can Elliot come back though? Because he's gonna be so much older, and is it supposed to really be 11 years?
That's the question, really.
Yeah.
Well,
No, they have said it's 11
clearly.
years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's Elliot?
Jack's kid, his sperm donor kid.
With Rosie O'Donnell.
I'd also love to see John Cleese come back as Karen's ex.
Oh yeah, that was fun. Oh,
He'll do anything
what about
for
Minnie
you
Driver?
guys.
Minnie Driver.
Yeah.
Oh, I hated her
There's a
character.
ton of people that could come back.
Sandra Bernhard.
Sandra. Yeah.
And if we don't get a Cher episode, I'm gonna be really mad because I think frankly. Well,
Cheers,
thank you
babe.
everyone for joining. This is fun. I'm glad I could call in. Thanks for everyone for showing up a little early for me. Doing West Side Story at the Kimmel Center with Yannick. He's this amazing, he's the best conductor in opera right now. He's about to take over at the Met, and he's been freaking fantastic.
Wow.
Anyway.
So it's at a real theater where the thespians do the acting and the lesbians build the sets?
That's
We
so
didn't have a set.
That was so funny.
That was a
We
great
don't have a set, but I imagine yes, it would have.
That's so wrong. That's so wrong.
But it's so right.
That's so right.
It's
That's
so
so
right. Who else do you want building your sets besides lesbians?
Yeah, they gotta get shit done.
I was thinking that the thing with the kids and Jack is going to be great because, some of my favorite things were Eileen Brennan as Jack,
Yeah.
the teacher. And she's
And
gone
the
now,
girls.
so maybe
Yeah.
I can become her.
Oh, that'd be funny. And what if they point him out? It's like, you've become Zandra to these kids. And he's just there, smoking a cigarette with the glasses. Like,
He can smoke 3 packs of cigarettes in about an hour.
nice. Well, that's how she got that lovely voice of hers.
That's
Yeah.
subtle voice.
Yeah.
I love
Like Brenda Vaccaro?
Like Brenda Vaccaro, or Kathleen Turner.
Kathleen Turner.
She came into my work a couple weeks ago. I love her.
She came to see Naked Boys singing.
Now, my other work, my less naked work.
I'm sure she would, though. Okay. Thank you, everyone, for joining. I'm going to sign off now so I can rush to half hour. Love you all. Keep
Bunny,
tuning
wave,
back.
wave goodbye.
Wave, Bunny. Keep tuning back. Keep watching Will and Grace. Keep turning into the morning after on Facebook Live. We love you guys. Mwah.
Bye, poodles.
Bye.